Assalamualaikum and good evening to Dr. Yasir. So today we would like to present method language learning that is GASTA. So we are from group 4 and the group members are Nur Kaina binti Karazmi. My method number is 203921. The others member are Nur Ashikin binti Muhammad Rubani, 200445, Nurin Nafisha binti Basri, 203298, and the last one is Nur Aini Shahida binti Abdul Samad, 196524. So today we would like to present first is background of the method, and the second one is theory. The third one is procedure of the method, and lastly the benefits of the method. So what is background of the method? A method is an application of an approach in the context of language teaching. According to Freeman 2000, the approaches that are taught to teachers serve as a foundation and prompt them to consider the techniques and ideas that are appropriate for the circumstances in which they find suitable. So there are many methods such as grammar translation method, audiolingual method, direct method, and many more. But in our project, we choose direct method because it is more suitable to the game that we created. So direct method is the outcome of the reaction against the grammar translation method was based on the assumption that the learners of foreign and second language should directly think in English. This method is against the translation of written and oral text and focuses on telling the meanings of the word through action, demonstration, or real objects. This method focuses on directly thinking, doing discussion, and conversation in second languages. So the learners does not practice translation at all or use their native language at all, because this method made learners experience a second language without any interfering from their native language. So the GASTA game was created in English, and the student will eventually require the speech of the target language, that is English, and we use the real object, that is pictures, to approach learners' attention and memory. So this game also helps in pronunciation from the audio provided. And the learners will figure out grammar along the way because grammar is not stressed in this method. There are two objectives or aims of the method. The first one is to communicate in the target language. Sound vocabulary enables the learners to communicate effectively and appropriately in real-life situations while developing good pronunciation. This is a good game for learning vocabulary because it has audio for the question and the answers. Hence, this game helps in enhancing the vocabulary in communication. The next one is to think in the target language. Based on the game that we created, it is fully in English. Students really need to use their own knowledge and memory to understand and answer the question. If they don't understand the question given, they just need to recall what the picture is about and they don't need any translation. Next, I will pass to the other member.
Hi, my name is Noreen. So the next slides will be explaining more about the theory. The guest star game will be using the behaviorism theory that was advocated by B.F. Skinner. The learning language method includes the process of imitation, practice, reinforcement, and habit formation. This theory believes that young children learn oral language from the other role models, like their parents. Stimuli and rewards are provided by humor role models in the young children's surrounding. Children will be praised and feel loved by their parents when they are trying to imitate the arrangement of a sound or a speech. But affection shown by the parents, such as kissing or hugging their kids, because they are trying to imitate the arrangement of a sound or speech, is considered as a reward for the kids, as they feel love, and it is because to appreciate their effort in learning a language. This theory mentors our habit, imitation, practice, and reinforcement, whether it is a positive or a negative reinforcement. The imitation comes from the pictures and sound being made in the quiz. For example, a quiz is asking about a cat. So a picture of a cat and a sound of a cat will be shown and will be heard in the quiz. So the kids know, oh, this is how a cat looks like. This is how a cat sounds like. So for the positive reinforcement, they will receive 10 stars for the correct answer. Interactive and illustrative stars would occur on their phone. Kids at that stage like colorful things, that so it will make them like, wow, I want to get more stars. So they will make sure that they get the correct answer. For the negative reinforcement, their collected stars will be deducted if they answered wrongly. In order to keep their stars or their ranks higher, they cannot keep failing. If they keep failing, whether their stars will be deducted, and it will motivate the kids to do better. I want to do better, so I will practice better to get more stars, something like that. By hearing the sound and looking at the pictures in the quiz, this thing can be restored as a memory in the child's mind. Even though the child doesn't see any cat around them, but whenever they hear the meow sound around them, they will automatically know that, oh, there is a cat around me. Something like that. So moving on to the next slide.
Alright, thank you Karina and Nurin for presenting on the background and the theory of this project. Hi, my name is Noraini Shahidah binti Abdul Samad. My metric number is 196524. So today I will be continuing the presentation with the procedures of the method. As mentioned before, we are using the direct method for the learners. It is because our focus is only on their vocabulary. It is also based on the method itself because it only requires speech and objects such as pictures or figures as the learner's attention grabber. Also, to maintain the memory on the language that they have learned, and at the same time developing the learner's reading skills. I will be explaining on this method, how it is implemented in our game. Alright, so this method is suitable for the game that we have agreed because the game we have decided the game will be conducted at the end of the class. It is very simple and very direct kind of game for the children to learn vocabulary. We also have decided that the duration of game is 5 minutes total per quiz. So every week, the student will have this 5-minute quiz. So every quiz will be consisted with 10 questions based on the topic for the week. I will be explaining more detail on this. Alright. Next, our tools and materials is application on devices. Okay, so this is the logo of the application. It is very user-friendly because we've decided to put it for both Android and iOS system. It is a free download kind of apps, so every children can download it on their phones, on their tabs, iPads, laptops, or even desktop. So it is really easy access. Also, the teachers will grant the fully access so that they can monitor the children and they can take note which student has done this and has done that. For the bonus part, every registered children or student will be given 10 stars or 10 marks as completing on registering the apps or downloading the apps. Alright, next. Once they click the application, the first page is this one. This is the name of the apps, Guest Stars. Welcome Stars. Stars is addressed for the children because they are collecting stars or stars as their scores. And then we have this simple instruction: read, listen, and click. And then we have this part where the weekly topic will be mentioned here. For example, this week topic is animals. So the children will know, oh, this week I will be doing vocabularies on animals. And then once they are ready, they can just click this button. I'm ready. So once they click this button, they will go to this registration part, which is they need to put their name and their class name. This is because to actually collect the children data for the teachers to easily know which student and which student from which class answering this and that. Yeah, it's very convenient for the teachers. Also, the parents can also actually monitor their children if they registered this, or maybe the parent can register for them, so there won't be any mistake. Right. Next, we have the questions. These are just some examples for each topic. So we have animals, we have transportation, and we have fruits. Okay, for every question, it's only consists of very simple and direct. Okay, so for example, this is a picture of a cat eating fish. So the question will be, I love to eat fish, who am I? Okay, so they need to read this. They need to read this and understand without explanation based on the method that we are using. So we have three options: dog, cat, and tiger. So the first attempt is the only accepted answer, which is if they pick cat and then if they just click cat, this thing will turn into green, so it is the correct answer. And for both of the other answer will be red. When they click this, there will be a sound that is generated to explain why is it the answer is the cat. For example, they click cat, and then it will sound like, good job, yes, I am a cat, I love to eat fish. And then if they want to click other answer also can, and then just for adding information. So if they pick dog, hi, I am dog, I love to eat chicken, for example. And then they click tiger, hi, I'm tiger, I like to eat meat, something like that. Same goes to the other examples, the other questions. So every answer have their, every option has their own explanation, but only the correct answer we get a good job, like a good job phrase, and then there will have stars, one star for every question. So 10 questions consists of 10 stars. All right, so when they have done or completed the quiz within 5 minutes, they will be shifted to the last page, which is they will be given the total of the stars according to the correct answers. So, okay, just like this is the full marks. We have 10 stars. And this one we have only 9 stars, since this example of if the student answered one incorrect answer. So 1 star will be taken from them. And then for these stars or scores, it will be automatically appeared on the teacher's data, so the teachers will know which student get full marks or which student doesn't get full marks. So at the end of the month, so we have 4 weeks. They will be answering 4 types of quiz, and then the children that gain full scores or the highest stars will be given an award, and student with lower stars will need to catch up with the other students, so they will not be rewarded anything, but they will feel like they need to learn more, or they need to read more, and they need to ask their classmate how they did it, which is by studying. Alright, that's it for my slide. I will be passing this presentation to my group mate Ashikin for benefit and advantages for this method. Thank you.
Hi Doctor, my name is Nur Ashikin binti Muhammad Rubai and my metric number is 200445 and I will present about the benefits of this method. The first one is easy accessible. At this age in one household, there must be one smartphone. Thus, an application like this can be downloaded easily from the App Store or Google Store on any smartphone. Next, it is a cost and time friendly. It is cost effective because parents does not have to spend money to get this app as it is free. Besides, this method is also a time friendly because it only consumes 2 to 5 minutes per session. Within this time limit, it will help the kids to regulate their knowledge of English vocabulary. If there is no time limit, the kids could not feel the urge to finish their session, eat a lesson and end up just playing the game effortlessly. The third one is easy to monitor. Parents can help their kids after coming back from work or at night time. This application can be opened only once a week. Thus, a parent can choose when they want their kids to play with the game. All the scores will be kept in the application and when the time comes to announce the winner, parents can send their kids' achievements to the teachers via an online platform such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, or many more. Next is it can motivate students to learn the language more as it is a fun game to play with. Students should be motivated in learning a language with a fun approach like games, songs, pictures, and many more. Based on the game, students will be motivated to learn the language because it is a fun approach. Learning should not be based on theory only, especially to the children. Children will get bored and distracted easily. Last but not least, this game also helps students use the internet in a good way. Technology and kids today is a side you often see. Teachers should create awareness among students that there are many language learning apps, dictionaries, videos, games which they can use from the internet. The internet is not only a place to stream videos and games online but to search for a lot of information and learning. In conclusion, we think our method can really help kids to enjoy learning the language. We can assume that their vocabulary will be better in future. That's all from our group. Thank you.